Alrighty, we're back to the fun parts of the game where we get to choose which way we are going to build our city. This is in Anaconda Bay on the side with the Academy City as well as the specific Omega Coast City on the other side. So this will be a nice in-between city. I'm going for tourism over here. So we do want a lot of people, lots of tourist strips. We might as well make use of this section of road just as a tourist strip at that. I might even get started with it, but all right, you're not even able to do anything unless you connect to a highway. Don't we already have a highway? Anyway, who cares? What we should do, well, actually I do care. Do we need just any random road to connect to a highway or what? There we go. All right, that's news. I didn't know that you had to actually place a road down. All right, I wonder what happens if I delete it now. That's completely new to me. I always thought that you could place on the already made roads. And I think I'm gonna have to zoom in to get this little bit. Oh no, it's actually annoying us. There we go, now I can get it. All right, now let's go back to, I think this is a high density avenue that they give us, yep. All right, and there we go, we're back to being able to use commercial. So I'm gonna have this as a tourist strip. Lots of commercial buildings and all. Next up, as a plane flies by. Doesn't sound very futuristic. It looks a bit futuristic, but sounds like an old broken record, really. Now, what do we want over here? We want to start off with the basics. I think maybe just a bit of coal. The wind's going that way. All right. Okay. Well, see, I'm not gonna keep that coal power plant. I might as well go with the solar power plant because we've got upgrades for it available too. We'll probably need a bit more space. I also need to plop down a fusion power plant so this side of the region gets some electricity at that. But let's get cracking now. I want to go ahead and let's see. We'll go with roads and here, and we'll go with squares. And I'll just start plopping some random squares down in the middle, I think. A bit like so. Alrighty. And we'll add some more if I'm able to. Although, oh wow, we don't even have enough money. That money goes by pretty quickly though, doesn't it? Thankfully, we can take out the maximum amount of loans at that. So then we'll be able to start making some money. Alright, now we don't want to make this all too boring and nice and straight. We want some originality over here. But what I'll do is, I know I'll need to connect all these roads up first, but we might as well get this out of the way. There we go. Alright. Now, with this, I think I want to go with, you know what, we'll just go with the random street. We'll go curve it from here. Actually, because I want to make use of also tunnels and bridges and all that as well, because we do have them available to us finally. So what I might do is do something like this. Angle is a bit too sharp. We're not able to do that though. What about from over here? Angle's still too sharp. There we go. So that looks a little bit too stupid. So I'm surprised there's even blocks coming online. We want that straight like that. There we go. I'm surprised there's even blocks considering we hadn't even connected this up to the main road, but whatever, I'll take it. With that being said, let's get the hydro pumping station instead of just the water tower, because we want to futurize the area too. Might as well place it over here at the moment. Futurize this area. We're losing $1,000 an hour, but that'll improve over time. We could go with the sewage sanitizer straight away, and I think that's what I'll do. Except I will put this out over here. Oh, we don't want that. We just want a random straight road. And I'll put my utilities over on this side of the road. And then close to the beach, we'll have some nice tourist spots. I also got to start thinking specifically about those mega towers and where we're going to be placing them, but at the moment we don't have that to worry about. So let's place this like so. I'll get an airport over here. See, I wish what they would have included in the DLC is a new airport, because there's only one and it looks really old and not too good. It looks like a North Korean airport, really. Although I'd never know what a North Korean airport looks like, but if it looked like something, I'd assume it looked like that. Pretty plain and bland. And bland, not brand. Alright, so we've got cars coming in and out. I wouldn't mind adding some new original roads. Let's think. We'll go with curvy roads. Yeah, we can do that, and then people can come along this side to the tourist area. What I could do as well is I want it from the other side, like curve it like here. That's not going to work though. And what if I raise this? By how much? Angle is too sharp. Alright. There we go, that would work. That'll look interesting to say the least. Well, I don't think it'd be the smartest road placement. How about, well, we can't really place tunnels here either. Let's try this out. Angle too sharp. Let's connect it right over here. There we go. And that ain't gonna work. It'd be cool if it did though. Well, it doesn't want to build any tunnels, it just wants to dig the ground up. Alright. Now, that'll look a bit stupid. And freeform roads. That looks even more stupid, so let's not go with that. Definitely not. Alright, so first of all, what we should do as well is check out some of these problems. I don't have enough control net, not any. And we also need to charge our photovoltaic cells so we can get more electricity. The problem doesn't seem that large, just it'll take a little while for that to come online. In the meantime, let's just speed things up actually. So then people start coming in. Here we go, electricity is coming online. It's coming on over here. And here we go, this housing section should also be lit up any second now. There we go. Alright, so what I want to do is maybe add some parks because we do need control net. There's two things that I could do to get it. I could either import it. We actually have a lot available in the region, and actually I'll buy it instead of anything else. There we go. So that should help us out once we get the control net to start coming in. Help out with electricity as well as water. Alright, so water's not a problem at the moment. Let's go ahead and do something a little bit weird, and with these sections here, if I can get it right, create some crescents. What if I go with the circle tool? No, that just looks dumb. Let's go back over here. Alright, maybe not. Maybe like that, and then we can't really make 5-way intersections or anything in this game either, so we'll have to settle for. That's going to cause some traffic jams right there, I can imagine. I'll probably have to upgrade this road right away because I can see that being a problem. Alright. Alright, so it's not all square and all. There's a couple curvy roads. I do like the curvy roads as well. They add a bit of flavor to the game. And finally, we're making money again. Alright, so after all, I do want this to be a tourism-focused area in the region. One of our only ones, and I'm pretty sure with some elite mega towers, like there's some specific things that help you out with that, with tourism. So I'll definitely keep an eye out for those special abilities and all that. I'll create the government building right over here. So after all, that's like the main building of our city. where all the mayoral decisions are made. No, I must say I love the names. I think I say that every single time they offer me to change the name, but I love the names that they give us for the cities. So I have to start improving the buildings so they're a bit higher wealth and all. Well, that's not all that necessary, but alright, that's good enough for here. Now we'll need a bus stop, and I'll place it over here. Let's go buses. I also want some streetcars, maybe. We'll have a see. That's how all that works. Alright, so buses. I don't have a Department of Transportation in the region. Unbelievable. That's something that I'd like. Alright, how much people do we need for a department? 5,000. Okay. That's not as bad as 15,000. We'll just take a little bit of time. Give me a break here, folks. I don't care about changing the name. Alright, now, all of this... What's your problem, mate? We could use some freight shipments. Yeah, well, that's just life, mate. We're not going to have any problems with sewage for quite a while. Electricity. Let's see the upgrade. The solar power amplifier. We'll need a bit of control in it. So it seems like it works exactly the same way as the wind power amplifier. It boosts it by 200%. Have they updated the models for the solar power plant or not? Seems like they have. Well, I'm not really sure on the solar power plant because I never really placed it down too much. I like the coal. I like to start off with it a lot more of the coal. All right. So let's start thinking about how we are going to be placing all these casinos. Might as well just go straight with the high density road. Alright, I'll do that, and then we'll go with the straight road here. Maybe I should have it like in curves, maybe something like this. Looks like a bunch of bum cracks really, which we don't really want all too much. Here we go. Oh, that was perfect. No. Why do you always have to screw me up? Alright, we might as well do that. And I'll place some commercial over here as well. Okay. Then we'll need like a strip over here or something. We'll figure it out a little bit later on. At the moment, I'm pretty happy with the way things are. Could do with upgrading a couple of roads. We do have the money for it as well, and we are making quite a bit. I think in my next Let's Play, if there will be a next Let's Play, I'm sure there'll be another expansion pack for this game. It'd be interesting to see what they come up with, though. Because this was a fairly substantial expansion pack. I must say I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully you guys are as well. It seems like you guys are liking this series quite a bit. You need workers, a lot more of them. I'm surprised all these businesses did start up. Because they really shouldn't have. There's barely any people here. Alright, so we're very close to... actually, we hit the 5,000 people. That should mean I'd be able to build the Department of Tourism, which is over here. No, transportation, sorry, not tourism. Alright. I haven't really been upgrading my government buildings at all, really. So that's something that we need to do. Not enough freight producers. That's just too bad. You're going to have to deal with that. You guys need some medium wealth. Well, you start getting that. Just a second. Let me just place some things around here. And then we'll go commercial around here and probably on the other side as well. If I can have it, there we go. That'll work all the way around. Alrighty. And now we should be able to place those buses, although I'm pretty sure I'll need a bit more people and all. Also, to increase densities, what we'll need is to increase the densities of the roads. So obviously we'll start off with the bigger ones. This has pretty much nothing on it as of yet, so we'll leave it as it is. Alrighty, that's almost every road, and we have not even run out of money yet. That's always a good sign. I think over here as well. Alright, seems like that's everything. So you upgraded. I guess it was. Alright, so all these houses are free to increase density, which I'm sure they will. Actually, we've got a couple over here as well. There we go. That should be everything for the time being. So now that they're all upgraded, they should be able to increase in density. Although what I did want is some medium wealth people. I'm pretty sure that's what they want here. Yep. There's definitely a big demand for that. But instead, I'm going to go with buses, a double decker, or a bus terminal. Let's go with the bus terminals. I need to take out another loan note. Now we're able to place it in over here. Alright. Wasn't quite sure if I should place it on the main road or just offset just a little bit. We went for the offset route, and let's place a couple of bus stops here. Actually, I think I might have changed this, because in the normal SimCity, didn't you have to like keep on clicking to get bus stops? Whereas now you have the bus stop selected forever, unless you have when you have it clicked on it. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Let's just keep on plopping them down this way and over here. All right. That should help people out quite a bit more. How much does this bus stop cost? 10 simoleons an hour in game, that is. Fire's going to be a big problem as well. How the hell are we extinguishing fires? Someone riddle me that, please. And I'll place this on this side here. Upgrade this. Of course, services take money away from us. But unfortunately, they're a necessary evil. Alright, that's looking good. Unfortunately, a lot of these houses are going to burn down. What I could do... What's your problem? Oh, I already had a building fire. You can destroy the buildings around them, and then hopefully that will subdue some of these fires. And just maintain them. Alright, so we're up to 8,000 people now. The city's definitely growing. I think it's about time we place our first ever casino around here. Let's go with this. Alright, that's good enough. So now, we want to go over here. Gambling, of course. Silly me. Don't think I've ever placed the Roman Luck Casino. Maybe I did in the Desert Let's Play. But we've got to start off with the gambling house. I've got no doubt we'll be making money here. Alright. Oh, these marquees actually bring in people? I never knew. Place it right over here on the ocean, or in front of the, well, this is a bay. It's called Anaconda Bay, so it's not really ocean just yet. And let's go with... Well, we don't have any medium wealth people yet. I'm going to go with some nickel slots. And some nice rooms up top. Then we'll go with a lounge. A comedy club, no. Go with a blackjack table. And that is the limit reached. Alright. Maybe not the most space efficient planning, but it'll do. We've got this whole area as well that we can use and exploit. We've got this whole area for an airport and maybe even a fusion power reactor. We do want to bring in the trains in over here as well. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. What are you guys waiting for? I guess there's a fire, so that's sort of keeping you guys up. Only 10-minute wait, so that's not a problem. Alright. We do want to be bringing in those tourists, so... Also, let's destroy that building. Alright, that's all set. You're losing me money. That'll start changing soon. I know it will. $680 now in expenses. Definitely adds up pretty quickly, no doubt. Alright, so with that said, I think it might be time to take out another loan. This is our final one that we'll have available to us. I'll leave this as it is, actually. I think what I should do is just expand this. Something like so. Go over here. We want trains, German high-speed rail. Actually, they're exactly the same, pretty much, except for $50 extra an hour. All right. All right, and then we're able to connect the road. That should work out in our favor. Yep, good stuff. Good to see. And of course, we've got a train station now, which should start racking in the tourists any moment now, which will help us out immensely. Some medium wealth people. What's this? Place parks to increase. Yeah, we know. Let's go with an AR athletic sensor on the corners of these sections. There we go. And we might as well also get a excitatorium around this way. Beautiful. Now everyone should be much happier. We're going to have some higher densities, hopefully in new wealth buildings and all that coming online. Now these people will be able to start going to the casino. Pretty sure I didn't place a bus stop around here. No, I didn't. Let's place it right there. Here we go. We should be making money now. Yeah, we are. So the loss has definitely gone down quite a bit. It'll continue to as well. With all the people that we're getting in here, which is great to see. Look, geez, we're losing people. I guess it's because all of the housing redevelopments and all. And we finally got some visitors as well. Alrighty. So now, let's go over to city specialization again and bring in some extra tourists with, let's see, what do we need for this? A Department of Tourism. When are we able to upgrade this? 15,000 people next up. Alright, that'll happen soon. I'm pretty sure we're just going to build up and wait a bit. Everyone should be fairly happy, although casinos, of course, increase crime. You guys definitely need your... You keep on complaining. Alright, so how about... I'll give you what some of you want. Give them a bit of industry. Far away enough from the sewage sanitizer, although I'm pretty sure it cleans the ground pollute like before it puts it into the water. That's the whole point of it. But alright, let's go back. Alright, we're gonna have some industry over there. Hopefully that'll make a little bit of a difference. Not huge, I'm assuming, but at least it's a difference. And no, we're still losing money, although I'm sure that'll change any second. I definitely don't want an ore mine. Let's have a closer look at how much we can actually build over here. It's right in the middle of our city anyway. I really wouldn't be able to use that. Coal, there's absolutely none. Oil, oh wow, there's a lot of oil over here. All right. And then, of course, we've got a tourism map as well. All right. We're back to making good amounts of money. What's all this from then? I guess the city specialization. Yeah. All right, we're making a profit today, so that's good to see. I'm buying control net from Arsenalrobert in Tamarin Island, and that is well known for quite a little while now. We'll end the tourism episode at the moment, and then we'll also continue on with some mega towers once we've got a bit more money. So I'll do that off screen, and we'll extend the extra space in the city. But until next time, guys, if you are enjoying the series, make sure you like it, and we'll be back with a fair amount more. Hopefully you also liked the a little bit different city design. Still not enough tunnels and bridges and all, but hopefully that'll change.